I start record now then. Because I do not have the mic, so may not be, the quality will not be as good as the DSC one. So any other questions? How about question 12? That means okay or explain, I don't understand.
Explain.
Okay. Explain everything, I'm so tired. Alright, continue. They are mixed in the ratio R and S by weight, and then the cost is this amount. So the key point is the cost of the mixture. Total cost of mixture should equal to the cost from A. X, if I let there is R kg red bean and S kg yellow bean. Understand? Because they say this ratio, right? So I can let it be R and S respectively. So this is the cost from R kg red bean plus the cost from S kg yellow bean. Understand what I mean? So we try to connect them by using the cost. What is the total cost of the mixture? Each kg is 4 kg. What's the total weight of the mixture? I'm talking about total. We have R kg is red, S kg is yellow. So what's the total cost? R plus S. Yep. So what is this? R kg. Each kg costs 3, then R kg costs 3R. This one each kg 7S. What's the key thing should be used the average cost. So in in his mind should be 4 equal to 3R plus 7S divided by the total weight, which is equivalent. Get it? So and then after we have this equation, our target is to tidy up this equation to make R to S. So we go here. 4R plus 4S is equal to 3R plus 7S. We group all R together. 1R is equal to 3S. So R to S is equal to 3 to 1. This is very typical questions. Every long holiday exam, long holiday homework, I give you similar thing like this. Forgot is wrong because forgot means you remember before. Sorry, 16. 13 okay, right? Alright, A direct at the square root of B. Inverse, that means divide by square of C. It's like this. We want to know what is the constant. Any of them are constant. From this equation, we know a constant here. So at least we know that one of the constant is A times C squared divided by square root B. This is a constant. But not only this, all related to this are also constant. So we have exactly K here, so 1 is constant. Second thing, we may also consider K squared also constant, right? So we try it, we have A squared, C power 4, B power 1. So this one is also constant. But this one is not constant, it's because the ratio of the index are not the same as this one. It should be 2 to 4 to 1. But this one is 1 to 2 to 1. So that's why this one depends on ABC, but not a constant. Okay? Well, don't forget this anymore. This is really typical. So, it's 14 fine? The most simplified method maybe you just let A be 1. And then you get B and C, and then you can compare A, B, C afterward. 15 should be fine, right? 16. John, don't use phone. Late already and still use phone. Are you kidding me? Throw you away. Alright, question 16. And then they say that AC, this distance is 0.5. So the best method is you let this one be radius, and then the large radius is r plus 0.5. That's the best way for you to use the information. Angle of theta is 120, and the parameter OCD, that means the large one, is given pi plus 3. So to know more about the radius here, we would like to build up the equations. Parameter is equal to 120 degrees. That means r plus 0.5 here, r plus 0.5. This radius times 2, and then plus the arc length CD is equal to 120. This is pi plus 3. It's okay? How can you express RCD? Two pi out. Out here is so this is 2 pi out and then plus out, pi, if we expand it. Yeah, I forget it. So 120 degree divided by 360. So we have to divide by 3 also. So afterward, we may able to solve out. So I hate fractions. So both sides times 3, 6r plus 3. Or we may just focus here. The key point is this is without pi. This is without pi, right? To make left and right are the same, the only method is 2r plus 1 equal to 3 by comparing this term because it's identity. So 2r plus 1 is equal to 3. R is equal to 1. Or if you focus on the pi term, you'll find that 2r plus 1 over 3 is equal to 1 also. Understand? Okay, so we did a lot. We finally know that this radius is 1. And then the length of OA, we prove it. We have to find the parameter of a sector OAB. Then you just do the same thing again. We know this is 1, this is 0.5. We concern about OAB parameter. That means equal to 2 radius. That means 1 times 2. And then plus RAB. 2 pi r times 1 over 3. 120 divided by 360. So the answer should be 2 over 3 pi plus 2, but not this one. So the area, you also calculate the area of the shaded region. The shaded region, this part, is equal to a large sector minus a smaller sector. Is that okay? So it is 1.5, this is 1, so this is pi 1.5 squared. So again, the answer is wrong. One only. How about question 17? It seems like I just explained it, so the question will be fine. I want to ask, did you draw? Did you draw? You did, right? Then it's a little bit better. You have to draw. Even genius like me, I have to draw also. Why do you think that you don't need to draw? I'm just kidding, I don't need to draw. Anyway, a circular cone of height, so we draw a cone with height 24. They do not mention the base radius, we just continue. Melts and recast, that imply that the volume are the same. And then into 3 identical hemisphere. And then times 3 with radii same as the base radius. So if this is out, this one is also out. That's all. And then we are going to solve out, then we can solve all other things. That's why this is 1/3 pi r squared times 24. No problem, right? About the volume of hemisphere, what is the formula? R power of cube. This is 3 dimension. Of course, it is power 3.
I didn't get the right answer square. Still not working.
Here, R power of 2 times height. So this is 3 dimension. Length times length times length. Similar reason for sphere. R times R times R should be 3D shape, a 3D dimension. So by solving this, we can get our radius. Divide both sides by 2 pi, 4 is left. So R power of 1 is equal to 4. Is that okay? That's why this is 4, this is 4. And then see what it's asking. They ask the total surface area of this part. Total surface area come from 2 parts. Oops. The total surface area of this comes from, first, the curved surface. Second, the base. 2 parts, right? The curved surface is equal to 2 pi r squared. And then plus the blue region, pi r squared.
3 pi.
So 3 pi r squared for each hemisphere. R we already know is 4. So we have 3 times 16, 48 pi cm squared. And then the total surface area for 3, then you just times 3. We get 144. Is that okay? Again, if you draw, why you think that it's much easier is because I draw properly. I just draw it like equation. That's why you just change part by part by the formula you learned. Make sure you draw it, no matter in paper 1 or paper 2. $18. You get the answer, right? You got 70 already, right? 19. We still have some time, so I'll explain it. The key point is technology, you know. A parallel line, so this one is 50. Alternate angles, right? Because we have a C shape here. This is one of the relation. Another thing we know is this angle is 50 degrees. So angle at center, anything related. Angle at circumference, choice angle at center, choice angle at circumference. So that's why we have the incentive to construct this line. Furthermore, moreover, in addition, wait, be quick, any other angle you know, if I know this angle of circumference is 25 degrees.
Parallel to that angle.
We don't say parallel. Sorry. This is 25, but it's not that useful here. Circle angle in the same segment, so this one will be 25. Sorry.
Can D
B
be 50? I'm going to say
BE
ODA.
ODA.
Can it be 50? I'm going to say
This one is not 50 because the key point is converge to this. It's because O is not at circumference. Yeah, that means you're trying to get this one, and then you get the opposite angles. This is 105 degree by angle, sum of triangle, and then vertically opposite angles, you get the opposite angle, which is 105. Got it? Or if some of you, technology sometime. Mess up. But it's still faster than clean the board, right? Yes. I think this is, I do not try to use some new technology every time, but I think this one is better in this part. So any other method leh?
So what about the 90 degree?
Huh?
Can we make use of 90 degree?
Oh, 90 degree. Thank you for reminding. 90 degree. And then this is 50 degree.
And there's 90 degree. And 90 degree there's...
what's the proof?
Not very useful because we can't use 50 degree here. No, it's definitely correct. You need to brainstorm. No one knows what is the exact procedure before you get the final answer. So you need to brainstorm as much as you can. Any relation you know in this kind of question. Okay? In this question, angle in semicircle is not useful, but maybe sometimes it's useful. But this one is a little bit more difficult. It's because you need to construct a line by yourself. It's because I want to use 50 degree. That's why I have incentive to do so. Converge to the circumference and then go back to one single point at another point at circumference.
Whoa.
Okay, continue. Question 20, just go through very quickly because this one is difficult. It's because they say that the chords have the same chord. That means they're equal distance. The distance here and the distance here and the distance here are the same. So it seems like angle from exterior, tangent from exterior point. It seems like, so this triangle and this triangle are exactly the same. If this is theta, this is also theta. If this is called phi, this is also called phi. And then from this figure, we know that 2 theta plus 2 phi plus 80 degree is equal to 180. You get theta plus phi equal to 50 degree afterward. And your target is this angle. So our target is angle POQ plus theta plus phi is equal to 180 degree. We already know this is 50. So angle POQ itself is equal to 130. But I admitted this one is difficult. So, disappeared. Sorry, 21. 21, can you get the first one?
Yes.
What have you done? Alright, they say that interior angle. So we know the sum of interior angle is equal to n minus 2 times 180 degree. You remember this, right? And then each, that means the sum n minus 2 times 180 degree divided by n is equal to 140 degree. We are going to solve this one. So 40 degree n is equal to 360 degree, n is equal to 9. So this is correct. Now the question is about an odd number regular polygon. So maybe I use pentagon to demonstrate it. They have similar properties. About the refractional symmetry from one vertex to the opposite side. Each vertex we draw one asset. So we should have 9. This one is correct. And then for the rotational symmetry, this vertex is fixed, let's say, and then this will move here, this will move here. So it will repeat it for 9 times, the same as the line. How many sides? So this is also correct. The answer is D. It's okay. Any other? 22 is easy. Do you know that? Not easy? 7, 24, 25 are very common combination. I just explained here. If you draw a triangle, they say AB is the shortest, 7, and then AC is the longest, 25. This is 24, right? It's based on something. Is if you consider AB squared plus BC squared, this is 7 squared plus 24 squared. And this is equal to 25 squared. That means equal to AC squared. With this combination, you know that basically it should be a right angle triangle. That's why you can get side ratio directly, if you know that it is right angle triangle. But of course, it depends on the experience that you have. If you realize that 7, 24, and 25 are combination for right angle triangle. Some other combination, 3, 4, 5, you remember, right? And then 5, 12, 13, a little bit more, okay?
What does sine A mean?
This is angle A.
And then B?
So side A is talking about opposite to hypotenuse, 24 over 25. Side B is talking about this angle, sine 90 degree. That's one. If you draw a right angle triangle, if you move this rock and then become 90 degree, then the opposite side is 1, the hypotenuse is also 1. That's why the ratio is 1 to 1. Remember I showed you a unit circle before? Forget it. So any other? Continue.
Five.
24, don't make any careless mistake. 25? Huh?
23.
Or 23? So what makes you not able to identify the maximum? Do you know?
What pizza?
You may change your position. I mean, you may sit there. Come on, be smart. You have foot. Feet. About the legs. Yeah, legs. Alright, continue. Why you can't identify the maximum or minimum?
Oh, yeah. The 1 and -1. I don't know, I tried.
It's because of two ratios exist together. Sine and cosine exist together. That's why you can't just look at one variable. So that's why you need to remember cosine 90 degree minus x is equal to sine x degree. Remaining angle, if you do not remember, then of course you can't solve it. Tell you a little bit more. Sine 90 degree minus x is equal to cosine x. Cosine 90 degree minus x will give you back sine x. And if it is tangent, 90 degree minus x will become the reciprocal of tangent x. If you don't remember that, then it's impossible for you to solve it. And then continue. So you should rewrite it as sine x and then times sine x. This is 1 over 2, 1 over 2 plus sine square x. And then to get the least value, what do you want in the denominator? As big as you can or as small as you can? As big as you can. So what's the maximum value for sine x?
1.
1. So that means for the least value, sine x is maximum. That means 1. So the least value is 1 over 2 plus 1 squared. 1 over 3 is the least value of this expression. What's the what? Minimum. Greatest value for this, right? In reverse, if you want the greatest value, this one should be as small as possible, right? What is the minimum for sine square x
-1.
square?
Which is 1.
No.
-1 square, right?
What is the minimum of something square? 0. Don't forget, not just the boundary, but also in the middle. 0 square give you 0, right? So, it's more tricky for the greatest value. When sine x is minimum, sine square x is minimum. Sine x equal to 0. So we have 1 over 2 plus 0. 1 over 2 is the greatest already. Okay? (20, 24) I'm not going to explain. Calculate yourself. Don't make any careless mistake. Get the midpoint is the center, and then get the radius. You get the equations. 25. What is the tricky point? We have to divide both sides by 2 to ensure 1x squared plus 1y squared, right? So 20. Do you know 26? 26 is straightforward if you understand it. Remember what is expected value? Expected value seems like average. It seems like on average. What is the outcome on average? So they say that M2 coins, 10, $5 coins, and then if the expected face value, that means if we draw any coin, any one coin, and then the value on average is 4, we have to calculate the value of M. First, expected value. That means outcome 1, and then the probability of that outcome, plus outcome 2, and then the probability of that outcome, or even more outcome, then we keep adding it. So, when you draw a coin, we have two cases, right? The first case is I draw $2. And the corresponding probability that I draw $2. So the probability of $2 is M divided by M plus 10. We have N plus 10 coins in the bag, right? So similar reason, what is the second outcome? $5. What is the corresponding probability? 10 over total. And then they just tell you that the outcome is 4 afterward. So both sides times M plus 10. And then 4M plus 40 is equal to 2M plus 50. 2M is equal to 10, M is equal to 5. Of course, you may substitute one by one, assume M is different value, and see which result will give you back 4. It's still fine. But you need to know what is the meaning of expected value. Don't forget it. The first time you learn expected value should be form 3. That means on average, every time I pick infinity time, on average, I get $4 each time. Understand? Then at least remember the formula. It's the outcome times the corresponding probability. And then we add all different cases together. So, 28 or... is 28 very difficult? Can you get the mean from the distribution here? We can't get the mean from it. The Borg and Whisker diagram can't give us the mean. So this is wrong. The range of A is this distance. And the range of B is this distance only. So it's obvious that range of A is larger. This is correct. Similar reason, we look at the interquartile range. The interquartile range of A is this one. Interquartile range of B is this one. It seems that the range of B is larger than A. So that's why this is also correct. That's all. Why you asked me to explain. Interquartile range of B is larger than interquartile range of A compared with range of B. Or maybe I should use IQ out. Maybe it's because of my notation. But you just pay attention, come on.
What do you think I'm doing?
I think you have enough sleep already. Alright, any other questions? Sorry? 13. 30. This one is about statistic abuse. This is part of our syllabus, is you know how to interpret the data. And then they say that our student union, we are talking about 10,000, but we only choose 10 samples. So this is really a small proportion, right? And then which one is the advantage? The cost is low Of course, this is correct. We just need to find 10 of them, right? But we sacrifice the accuracy. The sample obtained is representative. It's difficult for me to think in this way. 100 is enough, but 10 is definitely not enough to represent it. Students have equal chance to be selected. This one depends on whether they write down the word random. If they say they just choose 10 students from one class, then this is not. But they say randomly interviewed it. That means anyone have equal chance. So this is one of the advantage. The answer is 1 and 3. Okay? How about question 31? In case you have enough time, you already finished 20 questions. You are looking for the 21st question. I will suggest this question. Why I suggest this question?
Easy to get.
By using what kind of method is easy? Calculator, substitution. Of course, you can't use your calculator to handle A or B, but you may just simply let A and B be some value. And then you see which one is the LCM. But of course you are here, so I go through the typical method. All right, we have the first factorize it. The second is this one. It's easily factorized. The third may be more difficult. The third one, 3a power 3 minus 3b power 3 is equal to 3a power 3 minus b power 3. In your textbook in Form 2, there is an identity, a not very common, but also a popular identity. Is how you factorize this one. It is a minus b and then a squared plus ab plus b squared. If you ask me why, it's because we try many combinations and then we memorize the result. So this is 3a minus b, a squared plus ab plus b squared. To get the LCM, we have to ensure that we have every factor. So we choose the maximum index for each factor. First factor, a plus b, the maximum power is 2, so I need to have power of 2. We also need 3 here. We also need this factor, so a minus b. We also need this factor to ensure this LCM is large enough to divide every items inside. So that's why we have the answer. Sorry, I copied down the wrong answer. This should minus, so yeah. But again, in your real exam, don't forget that you have some choice to substitute some values. Uh, 32, I will skip it. 33. Is that easy or not? The key point is how you can decompose 111 here. But we just look at these 3 terms first. So these are all 1 times. So all this term representing 1 in different place. Power of 5, this is power 3, power 4, power 5. So that's why this is 1. Power of 6, 7, 8. Power of 9. We have this one. 111 is relatively small number, right? So it's just affect some data at the back. And then all between them, it should be 0. So at least I know that the first few digits should be like this. And then So we find out they all are the same number of digits. So 110, this is wrong. And then 011. So A to B to C, we have to find one of them. Is that okay? The key point is how you change 111 to hexadecimal. You may use your calculator because it's small enough. Okay? So this one is you just use your calculator, but 111 is equal to 16乘6加6加10. So it is 6 times 16 and then plus 15. So it is 6 and then it is F. 6F. Of course, if you use calculator, you are faster than me. So question 34 is easy. Any problem? Okay, already? Question 34. Anyone solve it? Yeah, you just use calculator, okay? Log 2 is a number, log 3 is a number. And then you just test each of them here.
But it's fascinating.
Log 0.12 is equal to log 12 divided by 100. Why I choose 100 is, don't forget log 100 is known. So it's log 12 minus log 100. At the same time, 12, that means 3 times 2 times 2. So that's why it is log 3 and then plus 2 times of log 2. Minus log 100, that means 10 power 2. So this is log 3b and then plus 2a and then minus 2. That's the general method. Because time is limited, so continue some questions. 36 is easy. Finish it at home, and then we focus on some statistic question. 44 and 45, then we finish today's lesson. How to rearrange them to ensure that no yellow next to each other? It's too fast. Tell me the strategy first. We rearrange our red ball first. How many number of arrangement for red balls? 5 factorial. And then we have to choose a suitable place to put yellow to ensure that they don't stand next to each other. That means I'm choosing some space between. Among these 6 spaces, I choose 3. So this combination is 6C3. After I choose the space, then now I consider 3 space for yellow. That means 3 factorial. Or this one, this section, you may just simply use 6P3, but I want you to standardize to use C, alright? Then you get the answer should be C. Finally, the last one. This is geometric distribution. That means they have the same distance, uniform density. And then the first 10, the variance is V. What is the variance for the last 10 data?
Same.
Why same?
Variance is that big SD squared, so it will remain the same always.
Or in short, it's because SD is the variance, or SD is the measure of dispersion, concentrated or diverse, right? They have the same they have the same density. That means they have the same dispersion. Then of course the measure should be the same. Understand what I mean? One more thing. So V is correct, but I just want to ensure why you know why it is V. Some other thing to ask you. How about if A1 to A2, A3, A10, the variance is still V, the same situation. How about if I ask you 2A1, 2A2, 2A10, what's the new variance? Variance is the square level, don't forget it. Everything times 2, then the variance will become 2 square V. Basically, the calculation is from the formula, but it's too complicated. You may just remember it. If every item times 2, then it will become square level, 2 square times V. But if we talk about SD, if SD is equal to sigma, then the new SD is equal to 2 sigma. Because sigma, that means the SD is downgraded to the original scale. So no square is needed. Is that okay? So we just finished today's lesson here.